What's up, everyone? I'm here on Blog TV. I'm Nightmare88, also known as Philip, if you want to call me that. I'm here to let you know my NFL rankings for Week 1. Now, I know a lot of you aren't going to agree with a lot of my rankings, but just face it, they're mine, not yours. Okay, coming in at number 32 this week. Not a lot of people are going to agree with this, but I'm going to go with it. The Oakland Raiders. Arguably have the two best cornerbacks in the league, besides Champ Bailey and Dre Bly with the Broncos. Didn't show me that against the Broncos Monday night. That's why they're 32. All right, coming in at number 31. 31. I can't even do my numbers. Coming in at number 31, by the way, is the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, yes, my Patriots only beat the Kansas City Chiefs by 7 points. But they still did not show me anything that they have on their team. So that's why they are 31st. Coming in at number 30 are the San Francisco 49ers. Played decent against the Cardinals, just didn't show me anything to make me feel that they're going to be a threat in any way, shape, or form. Even though Frank Gore is still a beast. All right. Coming in at number 29 is the Miami. Don't ask why I just pronounced it that way. The Miami Dolphins. Impressive against the Jets. I know the Jets aren't great, but impressive against Brett Favre. Came up short, almost had a win there, but did move up. Most people probably had them 32nd going into the season. I, now have them at 29. All right, moving on to number 28, the Seattle Seahawks, a shocker on my rankings. And the reason why I say that is because, yes, they did travel to the Buffalo Bills from the West to the East Coast. But I just do not feel, with injuries, the way Matt Hasselbeck performed Week 1 just didn't show me anything. That is why they are ranked 28th, the Seattle Seahawks. All right, let's move on again to the 27th position, which belongs to the Detroit Lions. Michael Turner, let's just face it, ran all over their ass. But that is Michael Turner, and he's not bad. But the Detroit Lions, once again, did not show me something that I felt was threatening, and that's why they are in the position they are on my rankings. Number 26. This could also be another shocker. They were in the Thursday night game to open the season. The Washington Redskins. First of all, I gotta say, if you want to win, throw it to Chris Cooley. Cause seriously, one time you're not gonna win throwing it to Chris Cooley one time. Not a tight end like that. Use his abilities wisely, and maybe you'll come up on my rankings, and maybe you'll get a win next week. I doubt it though. All right, moving on. This team got a win this week. I believe this is the first team on my rankings that got a win. That is the Baltimore Ravens. Joe Flacco looked pretty decent. It did hurt that Willis McGahee, I didn't start him luckily, but he didn't do that. He didn't get a single carry. So hoping to see some more from Willis McGahee. They do play the Houston Texans next week, so hopefully they can or this upcoming week. So hopefully they can do that. Now coming in at the 24th position is the Matt Ryan Atlanta Falcons, not your Michael Vick Atlanta Falcons. This is a new era in Atlanta, and Matt Ryan proved he can beat the Lions, but he can beat a team and he can play in the NFL. Can he do this next week against the Bucs? We will see. Should be an interesting game, especially if the Bucs don't have Garcia. All right, coming in at the next position, 23rd. This could also be a shocker, but face it, they're my rankings. Like I said again, sorry. Anyways, the Cincinnati Bengals. And the reason I said that is simply put like this. The Cincinnati Bengals have, one, has some injuries. Two, have chemistry just not working there, and their defense, of course, is not something to brag about. So, like I said, Cincinnati Bengals ranked 23rd. All right, 22nd, another team that won. The Arizona Cardinals. Yes, they won, but they beat the 49ers. As you can see, I don't see the 49ers doing that well. But they proved some things. Definitely going to need to do better to prove more to me. But Cardinals are ranked at 22nd. Coming at 21st are the Houston Texans. And the reason I say the Houston Texans are at 21st is because, yes, the Steelers, well, let's face it, raped them. But the Steelers also, by a many, not me and a friend of mine, but the Steelers are by far proving themselves and are a good team. So the Texans, did what they could against them, but wasn't able to pull off the win. That is why I put the Texans at 21st. All right, coming at number 20, had a good game against the New Orleans Saints, but just, I don't know about them, and, there were some weak points there. Should have thrown that flag that challenged. Reggie Bush did not get in, even though I'm glad he did. Had him in fantasy. But coming in at number 20 are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I know I have two people that if they ever see this are going to be wholly pissed at me. But guess what? They'll live with it. Face the facts. The Bucs are not awesome. All right, coming in at number 19. Upset of the weekend. Write it down right now. That's what I'm saying. The upset of the weekend was the Chicago Bears upsetting the Indianapolis Colts. Face it, that's why they're here. They're going to have to prove more next week to continue to move up on the rankings. But they are a team that you might not want to sleep on. All right, coming in at number 18, a team that just that stayed at home. Sorry, and welcomed in the Seattle Seahawks to a utter beating. So, they definitely proved that they could be a contender in this division, especially now without Tom Brady for the Patriots. So, that's why I have the Bills where they're at. All right, now, let's put that away. Don't need that anymore. All right, coming in at number 17 is the disappointing St. Louis Rams. I had them doing good this season, and unfortunately, week 1, they didn't prove that. Hopefully, they can continue on and maybe pick back up and not make me look so bad. But they play the Eagles, a team that is obviously a top 5